Have you been experiencing PMS and weight gain around the midsection lately? Are you feeling tired all the time? Do you have trouble sleeping, especially maybe getting night sweats? Is your hair thinning? Do you just feel like something is off? You can't quite pinpoint it, but you seem to be dismissed by a doctor every time you mention something's different. They either want to put you on an antidepressant, or they tell you that's just normal, or they tell you it's just in your head. Well, I'm here to tell you it is not just in your head. You need to learn about what's going on in your body, what your body and what you are experiencing, what is perimenopause, what is menopause, and what's actually normal and what is not normal yet has been accepted as such. So I'm here to tell you, you are not going insane. You have just been misdirected. I feel like women 40 and up, maybe even 35 and up, are just not heard. Not heard when it comes to pain, not heard when it comes to changes, and just quite often dismissed. Or we've been told, oh, that's just normal, or that's just how it is. Or hot flashes, night sweats, and feeling moody is just a part of getting older, and it's not. And being dismissed by doctors is not even news. I remember I was 32 when I knew something was wrong. I didn't at the time know it was my thyroid, but I knew I was feeling too tired. It was not normal. I told the doctor, hey, I feel too tired. I cannot even take things out of the washer to transfer them to the dryer because it feels like it's going to take too much effort. To which he said, get this, well, that's just the difference between 30s and 20s. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I just told you I have a hard time taking things out of the washer and putting them into the dryer, and you're telling me that's how I'm supposed to feel in my 30s? Get out of here. Needless to say, I found another doctor that did the extensive thyroid checkup and started talking to me about my hormones. I still wasn't excited about it because it was through medication and synthetic hormones. So I took a note of that and I started researching and experimenting things on me to find out how I can get my hormones in balance. And if we haven't met yet, hi, I'm Lex Vuko. I have been in health and fitness industry for over 20 years. I've been overweight, I've been underweight, I've been injured. I've competed in amateur bodybuilding, boxing, and kickboxing. I've made all the mistakes and I made all the right stuff. And now at this point, I've helped hundreds of women feel great in their bodies, and everything I've learned, I share with you on this channel. So make sure to hit that subscribe and the little notification to get notified every time a new video comes out, because these next series are going to be about women's health and hormones in particular. In today's video, I want to talk about some known and some unknown symptoms on perimenopause and help you understand what changes your body is going through and why. By the end of this video, you will know you're not going crazy. Let's get into it. So let's first understand what's happening with our bodies. What's changing in our body? Perimenopause, I want you to think of it is obviously before we get into menopause. This is when the early signs start showing up and symptoms that something is changing. Now, there is a laundry list of symptoms that you could be experiencing, and I'll list quite a few of them here, but I want to make sure that I repeat, you're not going crazy for noticing that something is different. And if you're watching this before you experience any symptoms, this is a great educational video for you to know what you may be going through or to recognize the signs and know right away what to do to prevent them from happening. And before I get into this whole list of symptoms, I want to really quickly talk about why this is happening. Biologically speaking, primal age for women to have children is in their 20s. Don't judge me for it. Don't stone me for it. It's just how we are biologically created. And you don't have to tell me, I became a mom at 36. But what's happening slowly throughout the body is as we get older in our 30s, 40s, and on, our body slowly in our 30s starts reducing estrogen, testosterone, and progesterone naturally because, again, it's not primarily focused on making babies. And these three sex hormones affect everything in our body, and they can affect everything from head to toe. So that's the change that's naturally occurring in the body very slowly. However, there's many symptoms that are happening that are not supposed to happen, that are making women go berserk, and they are not normal. The reason they're happening are, well, there's a few. One of them is we live in this fast-paced world. I call it the man's world of go, 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 constantly having to go and run around and think of the next thing that needs to be done and never stopping to take care of ourselves. In this, what I call man's world, it's all about logic. It's all about productivity. It's all about moving the needle forward. In a woman's world, it's all about the heart, connection, love. And we have slowly become too fast-paced for our own good. So how do we change from living in man's world to creating the woman's world in our environment? Well, we have to focus on things that are from the heart. We have to stop. We have to take care of ourselves through nutrition, through sleep, through relationships, through communicating with our bodies and taking care of it, through stopping to smell the roses, as the saying goes. And if you don't believe me, just look at women 35 and up, especially in their 40s. They are falling apart. And I get it. We fought for equality because we wanted the same opportunities. However, we ended up competing with men where we simply function differently. I get it. I've lived it. It left me with hypothyroidism, thinning hair, and unbalanced hormones, which I then had to learn how to balance once again. So the fast-paced world is for one. We live in the world of constant stress from the environment. For example, we're now under LED lights wherever store you go. So you go to a store at 7 p.m. when it's supposed to be dusk or dark, but your eyes are exposed to LED lights, which makes your body so confused as to when to start producing melatonin. So now you're having trouble sleeping, but you hear that every woman is having trouble sleeping and you think that that's normal. Let's go on with the list. We have endocrine disruptors in pretty much everything you use. Plastic is all around us. We eat from it. We wear it on our skin. Endocrine disrupting chemicals are used in our shampoos, conditioners, makeup, soaps, detergents, you name it, it's there. And there are things you can change in your sleep quality, in your nutrition, in your workouts, in your environment to optimize them to make you feel like you again. However, I simply cannot cover them all in this video. Again, in this video, I want to list the symptoms so you know what to expect or that what you're going through is okay. So once again, make sure to subscribe to get notified of all the other videos that I'll be making explaining how to make these changes. Okay, are you ready for the list? Here we go. PMS getting worse and worse. Weight gain around the midsection where you don't feel like you've changed anything. Cyclical headaches or migraines. Poor sleep quality, sometimes with night sweats. Thinning hair. Poor coordination or increased clumsiness. Feeling slightly or very depressed, and you don't seem to have a particular reason why to feel this way. And with that said, feeling moody. Mood swings all over the place, not just right before your period. You're always feeling tired no matter how much sleep you get. Having ovarian or breast cysts, including endometrial cysts, thyroid problems, irregular menstrual cycles, or cycles changing in any way of how they used to be. Painful and or swollen breasts, easy bruising on the skin, hemorrhoids or varicose veins. I mentioned the changes in the period, but specifically super painful or very heavy periods, bloating or fluid retention, gaining, let's say, 3 to 5 pounds before your period. And here are some that are less known, such as restless leg syndromes or itchy legs, especially at night, crazy cravings for food or alcohol or anything to kind of calm you down, miscarriage, especially within the first trimester, infertility, low sex drive and or vaginal dryness, burning mouth syndrome, zapping or tingling like electric shock sensations in the body, especially in the joints or limbs, ringing or buzzing or clicking in the ears, itchy skin or sensitive skin, nipple discharge, duct eustasia, gum disease, hormonal acne, urinary tract infections and or much more frequent need to go to the bathroom, achy joints, inflammation in the body. Now, these are just some of the symptoms. It's quite possible that you're experiencing something different that's not on the list, that you can't find anywhere, and that's okay too. Western medicine is so behind in peri, during, and postmenopause that we have to share this information to learn about it more and more. So I want to hear from you. What are some of the symptoms that maybe I've listed or maybe some that I haven't that you noticed you are experiencing more and more of? In the next video, I'm going to talk about particularly how to lift up your mood and reduce stress with things that you can start doing immediately. In the meantime, if you haven't watched my video about progesterone, click here and watch it now. See you next time.